So this is a special paper. It's a DTF paper. This is glossy, this is not. So we have to make sure that we press it down. And this is kind of like a little hack that we do. Normally there's a DTF printer that people use. So we have to use tape. We place it here. And then on here on the computer, we use a software called Garment Creator. And this is actually where after the design is made, we have to place it in this program. And there are two steps. We first have to print it in like a color. It's kind of vague. And the whole purpose is we're going to have to do a powdering stage. So then I'll come here and I'll press this button. And this is the machine that's going to suck it in and actually print the design. Now, one thing that you can do, if you want to look in here, you can actually see it printing on this side. That's where the head is. So this is the actual first step. Because this is kind of like a specialty hoodie, it just takes a little bit of time to do. Okay, so here, you're not able to see the full color, but you'll see the process. So we started doing these for about the first 100 hoodies. And when we realized it was very time consuming, we actually sent part one of the design out to a vendor just to put it on the hoodies for us. And then when we got them back, we just started putting the vinyl, the swords, and the puffs. And the students like that much better. So, all right. So this is just the first step. We now have to apply a white coating over it, and then we're going to do a process called powdering. So Sydney, come over here. This is my helper. Sydney is going to, you can actually hit DTF start. Just hit print now. And then we're going to wait till this comes out. Alright, so you can vaguely see it, but there's actually a design on here. And we're going to wait for the machine to give us permission to tell us to hit print. Okay, so go ahead, Sydney. Right there. Alright, so this is the next step. Normally, the design is the easiest part. Well, actually, production is the easiest part. But in this case, the design was the easiest part because of the many steps we had to take to produce. Alright, so what we're going to do now, Sydney is going to take the tape off once this prints out. Alright, so we're going to follow Sydney. This is the second step. So now we have to do what's called powder the DTF. So what she's doing is she's doing what's called a powder process. This is called applying a powder for it to be adhesive. She has to do it all the way around. Okay, you can shake it off now. Very good. Shake it off. Let's take it to the heat press. So this is the process. Put it down.
I know this one is.
So for this process, it has to dry sometimes between 5-8 minutes. And then after that, we take it and we apply it on the hoodie. So this is the very first step that we have to do. And so once this dry, we'll be ready. But for the sake of production, we already have one ready. So the students have to come here and they have to do what's called peeling the seniors. This is the vinyl process. This has taken a lot of hours. We usually I have about a good 20 students throughout my classes that will sit here and peel. They have to make sure that they get every letter out. Just like Sam is doing here, he's making sure that everything is peeled precise because they all have to be consistent. So he has to go back. He also has to make sure he doesn't cut himself because these are tools. The students have been trained, they're lab safety certified, they know they can't play with the tools. But it's very satisfying for students to see their hard work being worn on the hoodies. This is a sword that had to go through the same process of peeling what Sam did. So we're going to take one, actually I'm going to take this one, And Jackson is going to do a demonstration. So Jackson, pull that out. Yes. All right, give him the hoodie. Okay, so there's a way where students were informed on how they have to put the hoodie on the heat press. So assuming that the design was dry, we placed the design on the heat press, and this is how the design came out, obviously. All right, so. Okay, go ahead, push it under. So it's just about making sure that everything is on precise. So he has to put it on there at a temperature of 286 degrees for how many seconds?
15 seconds.
Thank you, Jackson. All right, so we now take this out the heat press and we let it cool. Actually, for today, it's going to be a minute.
Okay.
We let it cool. We could put it right here. Now, normally when we're doing mass production, we have more than one going through. So as you can see, this sword right here is very hot. Okay. We normally wait about a minute or two, but because we're going to put it right back in the heat press, I'm going to peel this now. Actually, I'm going to allow Sydney to. It's still hot? Okay. So once we see that it's not ready, we're going to just wait a little bit more. And this is something that the students were trained. They have to know if it's not ready, leave it alone. I'll give it about 10 more seconds.
Okay.
So Sam here, he is done with the senior. So it actually started off like this. Keep that up. It started off like this. And then this is the final outcome. So this is called puff vinyl, and the sword is just called a regular silver
Can we
vinyl.
try now?
Yes, go ahead. You should be ready to go. It's going to be the last one.
Okay, still
Hold on.
stuck.
All right. For the senior, it takes about 10 seconds. And for this one, you want to take a look to see how we do it. So for the senior, we place it as so. The only rule of thumb is to make sure that the N and the O don't touch the sword. It's slanted. Go ahead.
Put it in for 10 seconds this time. So just wait for that. And let's take it out. Then it has to go under the same cooling process as the sword. So we'll let it sit. Make sure the vinyl transfers.
Very good. And while he's doing that, while that's waiting, I'm going to get the Teflon sheet. So we're going to peel it to the side. You can come over here. Very slowly. All right, it's good to go. You can go and continue now. All right, so if you see, obviously it has not puffed up yet. So now this is where you give it back to Jackson. And so we put what's called a Teflon sheet on the top. This actually protects the puff. All right, go ahead.
10 seconds. This is the final product. Yeah, so pretty short process, but no, they look good.
And this is the final product, just like Jackson said. So this is just one hoodie out of 600.